Ain't no way this drama is slowing down, y'all. What started as whispers in the streets has now turned into an all-out war. And guess what? Papoose is officially done playing Mr. Nice Guy. After months of staying silent while the world speculated about Remy Ma's alleged affair with Easy the Block Captain, it looks like Pap has finally snapped. And let's just say he's getting the last laugh. Yup, you heard that right. Remy really thought she could move on, live her best life, and leave the past behind, but karma came knocking, and it came hard. The tables have officially turned because the same man she was allegedly sneaking around with? Yeah, he just played her like a damn fool. And Papoose? Oh, he's loving every second of it. From shady social media posts to his unexpected new romance with boxing champ Claressa Shields, Pap is proving that revenge is a dish best served cold. But here's the real question. Is Remy finally regretting everything? Because from the way she's been throwing shade left and right, it's looking like she's struggling to keep it together. Buckle up, because this ain't just a love triangle. It's a full-blown mess. Let's get into it. Listen up, y'all, because this is the messiest, juiciest, most dramatic love triangle hip-hop has seen in years. We're talking about a relationship that once seemed unbreakable, unshakable, full of black love energy. Remy Ma and Papoose were the hip-hop couple everyone rooted for. The ones who stood the test of time. The ones who proved that love could survive even the darkest times. But if only we had known what was brewing behind the scenes. Because as we speak, their entire love story is crumbling before the world's eyes, and Pap isn't just walking away quietly. He's laughing on his way out. Now let's rewind, because this mess didn't just start overnight. It all began when whispers started floating around the battle rap world about Remy Ma and Easy the Block Captain. At first, people didn't think much of it. After all, Remy and Pap had been through it all: prison, career struggles, industry drama, you name it. The idea that she'd suddenly risk it all for a younger battle rapper? Nah, nobody was buying it. But then the pieces started coming together. Easy wasn't just in the battle rap scene anymore. He was in Remy's orbit. Showing up at her events, getting business opportunities, and suddenly being linked to her in ways that seemed a little too convenient. People started noticing how he was always around, always close, always getting a little extra attention. And the biggest red flag? Papoose was missing. If you've been following Pap and Remy's relationship, you know he was always there, front row, backstage, clapping the loudest, defending her honor. He was the husband that made men look bad because he did everything right. So where was he now? Then boom. Battle rapper Geechee Gotti got up on that stage and dropped a bomb that nobody saw coming. You out here running around with E while your husband held you down for 6 years. That's what we doing now. When I tell you the audience was dead, that moment right there shifted the whole industry. You could hear the gasps, see the heads turning, and feel the drama unfolding in real time. This wasn't just a rumor anymore. This was out in the open, with cameras rolling, and Remy's face said it all. She tried to laugh it off, but everybody knew the truth was starting to spill. Now, let's talk about Papoose, because his reaction is what had everybody gagging. Pap has never been one to air out his business. He's always been the strong, silent type, letting his actions do the talking. So when this whole mess started spreading like wildfire, he didn't address it. He didn't post about it. He didn't defend himself. And that made it even worse, because when a man who's been loud about his love suddenly goes quiet, oh, he's done. And trust me, Papoose was done. But instead of getting caught up in the back and forth like most people expected, Pap did something nobody saw coming. Instead of begging, instead of trying to fix it, instead of fighting to prove a point, Papoose just moved on. And y'all, he didn't just move on in private, he made sure the world knew. Out of nowhere, Papoose popped out with Claressa Shields. Yep, the Claressa Shields. The undefeated boxing champion. The GWAT, greatest woman of all time. And baby, the internet went wild. Because while Remy was out here trying to play city girl with Easy, Pap was out here leveling up with a whole champion. Talk about a plot twist, right? Now the real tea is Remy regretting everything? Because from the way she's been moving on social media, it's giving pressed. The shade, the sneak disses, the late night posts, sis is going through it and everybody can see it. But at the end of the day, karma always comes back around. And Papoose? He's sitting back, watching it all unfold, with Claressa by his side, and a grin on his face. Phew, this drama ain't slowing down anytime soon, so y'all better grab your popcorn. Because something tells me this is just the beginning. Two-time Olympic gold medalist, the woman who could knock out half the industry with a single punch. And baby, the internet went crazy. Oh, so this is why Pap was quiet? He was out here leveling up. And let me tell you, Remy was not having it. At first, she played it cool, showing up at events, rolling her eyes at the rumors, and acting like it was all beneath her. But baby, that facade crumbled quick the second she saw Papoose, looking unbothered. Suddenly, she was posting subliminal messages and throwing shade left and right. Sis was giving bitter, and the internet noticed. But just when we thought the drama couldn't get any worse, karma came knocking. The same young boyfriend she allegedly betrayed Papoose for? Well, guess what? He played her too. Easy the block captain got caught in a whole mess, linked to another woman behind Remy's back. Suddenly, the tables had turned, and it wasn't just Papoose walking away with AW. Easy had Remy out here looking foolish. And Papoose? Oh, he was loving it. The man who had stayed quiet through all the drama finally broke his silence, not with words, but with a simple video of him laughing. That laugh said it all. The man was done, dusted, and moving on. And Remy? She felt that laugh. Remy tried to act like it didn't bother her, posting cryptic messages and throwing slick comments, but the truth was written all over her face. She thought Papoose would always be waiting in the wings, but now he was out here living his best life with undefeated boxing champ Claressa Shields. And the internet? Oh, they ate it up. Papoose upgrades from Remy Ma to an undefeated champion. Papoose finally living stress-free after years of holding Remy down. The shade was unmatched. Meanwhile, Remy was out here trying to act like she was still the blueprint, posting throwback pics of her and Papoose like the internet would suddenly forget what had happened. But baby, the damage was already done. Papoose wasn't bitter. He wasn't out here writing diss tracks or exposing secrets. He was simply winning, and for someone like Remy, that was the ultimate slap in the face. Now, Remy is out here on a mission to reclaim her crown, making appearances, throwing subs, and trying to prove she's still that girl. But the streets? The streets were not on her side this time. You fumbled the bag, sis. Easy cheated and Papoose upgraded. Ain't no coming back from this one. Remy thought she had control of the situation, but now she's officially down bad. And if you think she's about to take this L quietly, oh baby, you're in for a show. The saga is far from over, and trust me, you do not want to miss what happens next. He leveled up and Remy couldn't handle it. One night, she went on Instagram Live, and it was a complete disaster. She looked frustrated, pacing back and forth, her face filled with anger. Remy started ranting about how people didn't know the full story, how she had sacrificed so much, how the internet was twisting things, and how certain people were acting innocent when they weren't. But the internet? They weren't buying it. The comments were brutal. Nonsense, you cheated. Own it. Papoose took his crown back, and now you mad? You fumbled a king. Now deal with it. The entire live turned into a public meltdown, and within minutes, clips of it were circulating all over Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. People were clowning her left and right. Even celebrities started weighing in. Some defended her, saying the public was being too harsh, but most were riding with Papoose. And Papoose. Oh, he was as calm as ever. Instead of firing back or responding to Remy's meltdown, he did something even colder. He posted a picture of himself holding a championship belt, smiling with a caption that set the internet on fire. Loyalty is everything. Some get it, some don't. Stay solid. That was it. No direct shade. No long-winded explanation. Just a simple message that hit hard. The internet went crazy. People were calling it the greatest comeback of all time, saying Papoose had delivered the ultimate clapback without even having to say Remy's name. Remy was done. Her reputation had taken a massive hit, and it wasn't just about her relationship anymore. This scandal was starting to affect her career. Clubs stopped booking her because they didn't want the controversy. Interviews shifted from her music to her personal drama. Brands distanced themselves. It was clear Remy was losing, and Papoose was winning in silence. The last straw came when rumors surfaced that Claressa Shields and Papoose were getting even closer. A source claimed that the two were spending a lot of time together and had undeniable chemistry. When Remy saw the headlines, she snapped. She went on another social media rant, but this time, it wasn't just a meltdown, it was desperation. She started bringing up old issues, throwing shade at Papoose in ways she never had before. She was reaching, trying to make him look like the bad guy. But the public wasn't having it because, at the end of the day, Papoose never did her dirty. He was loyal, faithful, and held her down through everything. Yet here she was, the one who fumbled. Papoose didn't even respond. He just kept living his life, letting Remy spiral while he kept winning. At this point, Fans are wondering what's next. Will Remy try to fix her image? Will Papoose and Clarissa become hip-hop's next power couple? Or is there another twist coming that nobody saw coming? One thing's for sure, this drama isn't over. If you want to stay updated on every messy, jaw-dropping moment, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Trust me, this is just getting started. Do you think Remy will try to fix her reputation, or is Papoose officially done with her? And what about Clarissa? Are we about to see a new power couple in the making? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next bombshell, because trust me, this drama is far from over. Remy Ma's recent outbursts against Clarissa and Papo's relationship. It seems like we finally understand why it's so easy for him to move on after all that drama. The captain has already packed up and set sail for the next woman. Remy has been putting on a brave face to avoid looking like a complete mess, but Easy isn't even trying to hide the fact that he's over her. Word on the street is that he's already moved out and stepping out with his next side piece. And honestly, I bet after exposing Papoose and making her stance clear, Remy never saw this coming. He chose to wed her while she was incarcerated, and when she came out, it appeared as though they were destined to be together forever. They talked about how simple it was to combine their families and have this lovely, loving relationship. They have a lovely daughter. In the past, Remy Ma and Papoose went out of their way to show everyone that they were still together. But starting in 2023, fans began to notice that something was off in their relationship. Then Remy took a wild risk, choosing a lookalike version of Papoose over the real thing. One major red flag, Remy didn't even acknowledge Papoose on Father's Day. Not a single post, not even a short Instagram or Twitter caption. But what really got people talking? Nobody saw the chaos brewing beneath the surface until Papoose made his own post about family, while Remy was completely MIA. As you all know, it later came out that Remy had cheated. Papoose wasn't playing around when he found out. To make things worse, Remy cheated with a battle rapper, someone Papoose could have easily blocked out of a circle. People started analyzing Remy and Papoose's body language, and it became clear they weren't the same couple anymore. At first, some thought they were just stirring up drama to promote Remy's new Battle League venture with Easy. But if there's one thing about Papoose, it's that he values his integrity above everything. Remy denied the rumors and even showed up to Papoose's 46th birthday to celebrate with him. But let's be real, was she just saving face? Now, let's get one thing straight. Papoose isn't perfect. But even a blind man could see that he wasn't faking this drama. If he didn't sell out for music, why would he use his own wife and marriage as a cheap gimmick? The internet went wild over their get-together, and battle rappers had a field day roasting Remy for what she did to Papoose. See, the block captain came out and dropped a bombshell. He claimed he had been Remy Ma's side piece for 2 whole years. This was despite Remy trying to justify herself by saying she never cheated on Papoose or anyone else. I mean, Easy was really feeding into the drama, even claiming that Papoose had known about their relationship months before he did. Maybe even years before the rest of us started realizing something was off between them. And if that wasn't enough, during his battle against Hitman Holla, word got out that Papoose allegedly used a recording device to bug Remy's car just to confirm the affair for himself, would continue battle rapping and would always throw one little sly dig at Papoose in his bars, yet Papoose never addressed him publicly. Ma, on the other hand, was doing everything in her power to paint Papoose as an unfaithful and even violent husband, claiming she was exhausted and ready to end the relationship. She even pulled out screenshots of Papoose's phone conversations with Clarissa, exposing his connection with the boxer. But instead of focusing on what Papoose and Clarissa were up to, Remy decided to walk away because, at the end of the day, they were still going strong. And let's be real, since it didn't take long for Papoose to get over her and start looking for someone else, Remy should have been watching her back, especially with Easy the block captain in the picture. Easy saw an opportunity to cash in on the messy love triangle between him, Remy, and Papoose, especially when a leaked audio tape with another battle rapper surfaced. The drama peaked when they were all leaving the club closet and things got heated. Then came John to Dawn, but when the story broke, Papoose didn't even acknowledge Easy. That didn't stop Easy from throwing shots, though. Since he wasn't getting the reaction he wanted, he started looking for other ways to escape the situation. Easy even admitted that if he were in Papoose's shoes, he'd be plotting heavy revenge for sneaking around with Remy, because that's exactly what he would have done. Cheating scandal as his main storyline, Easy the block captain was already plotting his way into love and hip-hop. He made it clear he was ready for anything, and if Papoose and Remy Ma decided to patch things up, according to Easy, it's a win-win for everyone. He gets his bag while Remy and Papoose keep soaking up the attention. But let's be real, that's not how someone talks if they truly plan on staying in a relationship long-term. At this point, Papoose and Clarissa are openly moving forward with their relationship, and Papoose has completely shut the door on any chance of reconciliation with Remy. Meanwhile, Easy has already moved on to the next woman, and yes, Remy is fuming.
Why?
Because the hip-hop community is about to completely turn against her, and she's going to be the punchline of every joke for a long time. Get cheated on someone, and then get mad when they move on? It's as simple as that. Remy Ma thought she could play puss, but it looks like she just played herself. She wanted the competition, and now she lost. All those men she's been cozying up to in the battle rap scene, they're about to drag her name through the mud, and there's no coming back from it. And the worst part? She actually had the audacity to be mad about Papoose and Clarissa when she was the one stepping out first. Let's be real, I knew something was up when Remy started losing weight and acting like she was too good for Papoose. She wanted attention.
She wanted to feel desired.
But now she's just finding out the hard way that she made the biggest mistake of her life. So tell me, do you feel bad for Remy, or is she just getting exactly what